And like I said before, that's why I was constantly thinking and obsessing about when I was gonna feel better and trying to put a time limit on it, because it's so damn hard. It's like a game, but instead of starting at level 1, you're at level 15,000 million quintillion.
Ooh! Wow. I was making breakfast, and you know, like when you need to cut something with a massive knife, but you don't want to get a chopping board out because it takes too much time, and then you also have to wash the chopping board. I was trying to like use a massive knife to cut through them, but in the air instead of like on a stable surface, because I wanted to save time, save money, save water. Chopped through my finger.
We didn't have any bacon in the fridge.
Yeah, we did.
Did you cook your finger?
You're so funny.
Did you cook the leftover finger because we didn't have any meat in the fridge?
Very good.
Do you think any of them watch Love is Blind?
No.
No, I think it's big because it's
You
on
think?
Netflix, so...
Has anybody watched Love is Blind?
Okay, let's wait for their response.
No.
I think some people have.
We got roped in. Happens a lot. You start a show thinking, oh, I'm just going to dabble in it. You know it's horrific, but you can't stop watching it.
Yeah, he's one of those people. He has to like start something, and even if he knows it's terrible, he has to see it off to the end.
The one saving grace of Love is Blind is there's a lot of drama, and we like juicy drama.
If you guys haven't seen
Real
Love is
juice.
Blind, basically the whole premise is like this social experiment where you start dating people but you can't see them. They're just like in different little pods, and then they start dating each other through the voice. If I heard Tyler's voice, if I started dating you and I only heard your voice.
I think you would have just gone, are you sick today? You sound so nasally. And then the next day, oh, you're still sick.
You're still sick.
And then 4 weeks later, this is a really bad cold that you have.
Basically, in 5 days, they propose to each other. Which is crazy.
It's also weird as shit because they're in different rooms, and the one person will like take a knee and will you marry me? Like they're
wall.
and they have no idea what the other side of the wall is doing. Oh no, I think one of them even mirrored what it would be. Like the one behind the wall was like this, and the other person was like, you're doing it.
I don't know if you are.
I don't know if you're doing it, but I assume by what you're saying, you're doing it, and you'd be around here and about this height. I hope you're not any taller, because then it would defeat the purpose of me looking down.
Do you think Love is Blind?
I think it is. But what I think isn't is how fast and accelerated they have to do it. The fact that they have to do it so quickly and then they're going to be married in 3 weeks
It's so weird.
puts a lot of pressure on them. They got to get to know each other real fast. That's when it's like, you know, it's not Love is Blind, it's Love is
Fast.
Love is fast. Love was not fast for us, Beck. Love is coming. I see it in the future.
So, eating 2 bagels went smoothly. That's just my update. Bye!
Hello? Yes, I do. I believe. Right next to you. What song's in your head right now? I was just watching back the footage that we just took for breakfast, and I realized that I touched my hair a lot. I was eating an eggy cheesy bagel with my hands, and then I proceeded to just touch my hair and readjust. But in the process of doing so, I seem to have collected some egg and cheese in my hair. But that's just my life. Hello, I'm Rebecca. I collect food in my hair, and I probably need to wash it right now. Oh my god, how convenient. I wash my hair with this. Function of Beauty.
Sponsor time!
Okay, first of all, thank you so much Function of Beauty for sponsoring this video. I love your brand anyways, so this is just like a dream integration for me. So if you don't already know what it is, Function of Beauty is an amazing hair care brand, and I love it because just like skincare, hair care is not one size fits all, and so Function of Beauty is 100% customizable for your own type of hair. And the way that they do that is through this 2-minute quiz where you outline your hair type, your hair goals, and you can also choose the color and the fragrance. So for me, my hair profile is wavy, medium, and normal. And my 5 goals are anti-frizz, deep conditioning, fixing split ends, hydrating, and replenishing hair. And I tell you, it's working, boys. Working. I chose the fragrance Striker Rose. It smells really good, but there's lots of different ones to choose from. And I got them both in pink. So most of the time I don't do anything to my hair. I'll get out of the shower and I'll let it air dry. And I don't know, I just feel, it's weird for me to say this, but I feel like my hair just falls nicer on my head. Oh, and lastly, I also got this leave-in treatment, which is also customizable. You can use it daily, which is really cool, on wet and dry hair.
Thank you again, Function of Beauty, and make sure you follow my link below to get 20% off on your first order. Hi, welcome to lunchtime. I took myself out on a lovely date by myself. I'm on the waterfront in Saikung. I am actually starving right now. And yes, I know I had 2 bagels for breakfast, but sometimes life happens and you get hungry again and you have to move on and eat something massive. So that's the plan, Sam. That doesn't rhyme. Stan. The plan for Stan. It's not even for Stan, it's for me. Beck's plan.
Everything on the rose gold and my glow from me. I couldn't pinpoint on the globe, that's why I wanted to go from it. Just know that I don't fit in, but I wanna feel everything, yeah, everything, yeah. Everything, yeah, everything, yeah. Everything, yeah, everything, yeah. Everything, yeah, everything, yeah.
Hi. So I just finished lunch. It was very lovely. It was lovely jubbly. I just want to talk about and give you guys an update on where I am in my life, in my recovery, my relationship with food now. I think it's quite evident throughout my videos that I have made some big steps since the beginning of my YouTube channel, at least. And it's cool because somebody DM'd me asking me what was the turning point. When did I know that I was like properly recovering? For me, at least, the beginning of recovery, I was always thinking about recovery, but I was also thinking, when am I going to be recovered? When is this going to end? And I say that because I guess I deem myself to be almost recovered, but I kind of forgot to even think about whether I was recovered or not. At the beginning stages, I was always thinking, when will I get there? And then when I got there, I forgot to congratulate myself, I guess. So it's not exactly a turning point because I didn't go, aha, now I'm recovered. Instead, it's almost like, it's a little bit different, but it's almost like when you have a memory and you don't always think about that memory, but then when someone brings it up, you're like, oh yeah, that happened to me. That happened to me once. To me, once I struggled with food. So I know that I don't really talk about recovery anymore or the aspects of challenging myself with food because, you know, it's difficult to talk about it when it's just not active. But I still get a lot of messages and DMs asking me about it and how I'm doing, asking me questions for them. So I thought that I'd talk about it in this video. Just the one time. I talked a lot about recovery while I was in the process. Not so much from this perspective that I'm in now. I don't obsess about food. I don't worry about it. I'm not extremely hungry all the time. It's not a thing on my mind, right? Which is a very handy thing. When you're not plagued by thoughts, when you're not constantly feeling this extreme hunger, you can get on with your life very well, and it's easy to eat that burger and it's easy to eat that ice cream, and you don't care if you have both of them. It's rewarding. Your body is making sense, right? It's very logical. You want a burger, you eat a burger, and then you're satisfied. At the beginning of recovery, it doesn't make sense. You want a burger, you hesitantly eat a burger, and then you want a burger again. And it's really difficult because that doesn't reinforce what you're striving to get to. I was constantly told I need to eat in order to feel better. And at the beginning, obviously eating is very difficult, but you force yourself to eat anyways because you want that recovery, and then you don't even get the reward. You don't even feel better. You just don't feel good. So now that I have gotten to the place where I can eat and it's logical, I feel better. I understand that it does happen that way. This is just the process and this is how it works. But at the beginning, you have to be so strong. It's literally the hardest part. You're the most scared about food and then you don't get any of the benefit. and you have to keep doing it, and it doesn't make sense. But that's why I was constantly thinking and obsessing about when I was gonna feel better and trying to put a time limit on it, because it's so damn hard. It's like a game, but instead of starting at level 1, you're at level 15,000 million quintillion. And I really am saying this not to deter you, but to hopefully instill some hope that if you're in recovery and you feel terrible and you keep eating but you're not feeling any better and it just doesn't make sense, that isn't a sign that you need to stop doing that. It's a sign that you need to keep going even though it sucks. And it does happen. And I can't tell you exactly when it's gonna happen. And if I say like a year or a year and a half, like for me, it sounds like the longest amount of time, but it's actually a seamless transition when you get to it. You just have to continue through this fight. I'm in an environment which helps me be successful for recovery, and I'm very, very fortunate for that. Somebody DM'd me asking me how I continue to push forward with recovery even when there's lots of triggers in the world. I think she's in treatment right now, and the girls that she's surrounded by are triggering her. And first of all, yeah, being surrounded by girls who are also struggling 24/7 is gonna be a little bit more difficult than the life that I live, where I get to just sit on the beach. So you have to remember that. It makes a lot of sense to me that if you are surrounded by people, or you spend a lot of time with people that have different views to you, or have behaviors or do actions that you wouldn't normally do, I think that it'd be more likely that you would start to think that way or do those actions too. So it's interesting to think about whether you think a certain way or do a certain thing because you think that way or you want to, or is it the people that you're surrounded by? And I know that that's really trippy and we shouldn't really dive into that, but my point is, in terms of recovery and this whole healing process, not many people are going to really understand that, and they will have different views depending on their life. And even if everyone around you has a different viewpoint, it doesn't mean that you have to have that viewpoint. You have to think about what resonates with you. Obviously, it's much easier if people surrounding you share the same way that you think. But when it comes to recovery, when it comes to your life, your entire life, you can't base it off the people that are surrounded by you, right? Because that's coming and going as well. You have to do things that are in line with yourself in your life because it's yours. And just bringing it back to that treatment setting, that is a fleeting environment, right? That's not going to last you forever. The girls and boys in treatment aren't going to be in your life forever, so why should you base your entire life on that? And I guess I have to remember that too, like with all the YouTube stuff, like with the people that are in my life, not even close to me, just like acquaintances. I know that a lot of people don't understand what I do and they think it's funny or it's not real or I'm just being like silly, and that really affects me. But these people are hardly in my life now. They're not going to be in my life forever. Why should I be affected in any way or change the way that I do anything because I feel embarrassed that they think that I don't do anything? Because I know that I do things and this is really working for me. So I have to keep doing what's working for me. Anyways, I've been talking for so long, I'm going to turn off the camera now. I will see you probably at the next meal.
Welcome to the next meal.
So I'm gonna skim through the last couple of things that I ate. For snack, I made myself a homemade caramel frappuccino and a chocolate muffin. I didn't make that, but whatever. And then for dinner, I had some pasta with bolognese sauce and lots of cheese. Bear was definitely very interested in it. And that's about it. I mean, I did have chocolate for snack, but I mean, that's a given, so.
Yo.
Hey Beck, I've been watching this new channel. She looks exactly like you and her videos are insane. They're almost better than yours.
What, you're watching other women now?
No, it's nothing like that. It's a completely platonic relationship. I turn on her videos and she performs for me, but nothing else.
Well, if you like her so much, why don't you marry her?
No, I'm not going to marry her, but funny enough, she has the same name as you. Her name is Rebecca Jane too.
Oh, that's me. That's my second channel.
I'm not stupid. That means that you have two channels actively going at once and people can't be in the same place at once.
Nope, that's definitely my pre-recorded second channel.
Holy crap. Wait, is there anything else on the World Wide Web that you're actively doing that I have no idea you're doing?
Well, I have Rebecca Jane 2, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook page.
Subscribe, follow, like, share, and notifications on. I think I've got my Sunday night sorted.
Good. Tell your friends.
Holy shit, I'm in this.
Raising the Tobagos, we growing like fresh tomatoes. Them boys on fire, too fuego. We pass it round, hot potato. Everything is nuevo. I'm with my sweetie like Quavo. Need my cheese, need that queso. Need my bread, need that bankroll. Wake up, yes, Lord, I'm thankful. Another day on my schedule. Steady blocking the devil. I tell a hater, God bless